He who fears death will never do anything worth of a man who is alive. These are not just words. They are a wake-up call, a mirror to the life you're living and the life you're avoiding. Because most people don't live. They wait. They postpone. They hesitate. They play it safe. All in the name of comfort, all in fear of the unknown. But behind that hesitation, behind that delay, hides the fear of the one thing none of us can escape: death. We fear death so much that we forget how to live. We become careful instead of courageous. We build routines instead of purpose. We chase stability, not fulfillment. And in doing so, we trade our precious time for safety, as if we can bargain with the inevitable. But no one escapes it. No one gets to stop the clock. And fearing death doesn't protect us from it. It only robs us of what we have now. Seneca, like the other Stoics, didn't speak of death to make us afraid. He spoke of it to help us become free. Free from the illusion that we have forever. Free from the lie that we can wait, because we can't. Life is not a dress rehearsal. There is no second showing. This is it. This moment, this breath, this day. The only question is, what will you do with it? If you're spending your life waiting for the right time, you're already losing it. If you're waiting until you're fearless, you'll wait forever. And if you're living each day in fear of the end, you'll never start building anything that lasts. You'll never love deeply. You'll never speak boldly. You'll never take the risks that lead to real growth, real impact, real fulfillment. But here's the truth. Death isn't the enemy. Wasted life is. Because death, for those who've truly lived, has nothing left to take. That's the point. You're not supposed to escape death. You're supposed to meet it empty. To reach your final moment and say, I gave it everything. I held nothing back. But most people hold back. They silence their voice. They bury their creativity. They lock away their potential behind fear. Fear of rejection, fear of failure, fear of looking foolish. And yet, they forget that all of it ends anyway. The audience you fear will forget you. The embarrassment you dread won't matter. The critics, the doubts, the opinions, all of them fade. But what you do with your time, that remains. That's your mark. That's your legacy. That's your only real proof that you were here and that you mattered. So why live in fear of what's guaranteed? Why waste this one and only life avoiding discomfort when discomfort is the gateway to greatness? You weren't born to blend in. You weren't born to hide. You were born to create, to connect, to grow, to lead, and yes, to stumble and fall along the way, because that's part of living, real living, the kind that fills you with pride, the kind that leaves something behind. So don't run from death. Let it fuel your urgency. Let it remind you how precious your time is. Let it break the chains of indecision. Let it push you to make the call, to write the book, to start the business, to say what you've been meaning to say, to forgive, to begin again. Because when you no longer fear the end, you become powerful. You start doing what others only dream of. You act while they plan. You move while they hesitate. You speak while they doubt. And that's how you create a life that's truly alive. And no, you don't need to be fearless. You just need to stop letting fear make your choices. Courage doesn't mean you feel no fear. It means you move forward despite it. It means you show up anyway. You love anyway. You try anyway, because in the end, it's not about how long you lived. It's about how deeply you lived, how fiercely, how honestly. It's about how many lives you touched, how many hearts you opened, how much light you left behind. So ask yourself, what am I waiting for? What am I afraid of that's stopping me from becoming who I know I'm meant to be? And if I knew my time was short, and which it is, what would I do differently today? Start there. Begin with one bold step, one honest word, one moment of presence, because you have this day. And that's enough. That's everything. He who fears death will never do anything worth of a man who is alive. But the one who embraces life, who wakes up to its fragility and still chooses to live loudly, deeply, and completely, that person becomes immortal in the hearts they touch and the legacy they leave. So live. Not someday, not when it's convenient, not when you feel ready. Live now. Live fully. Live so completely that when death finally comes, it finds nothing left to take, because you've already given your all. And if this message stirred something in you, don't let it fade. Don't walk away unchanged. Take this as a call to action, to speak, to move, to create, to become. Share this with someone who needs it. And leave a comment. What fear are you leaving behind today? Because your life isn't meant to be safe. It's meant to be significant. And that significance begins the moment you decide to stop fearing the end and start living like you're truly alive.